Hello, happy Thursday, January 29th, 2026. I'm Jason with the Inspired Life, where I love sketching architecture and buildings. And yeah, I like to sketch anything, but those are my favorite things to sketch. I hope you're having a good day today. And I'm just clicking some buttons, getting everything ready here. I'm going to do something a little different tonight on the stream. So if you're just joining me, I'm an architect. I teach architecture at the high school level. I teach CAD, which is kind of like a product, almost a product design type of class as well. And I love design. I just find the designed world around us fascinating, whether it's a building. Buildings can change, how we feel, our landscapes, our interactions, our communities. So architecture is really powerful. But I just love the design of everyday products, pens, paper. It doesn't matter. So I'm going off on a tangent. I don't know why. Might be the tres leches cake I just ate. Anyway, so tonight we're going to do a sketch, I think, inspired by the Empire State Building. And I also want to give a quick gallery tour of the wall back whoop, there. It's hard. It's so weird. I never know where to point. But the stuff behind me, the stuff hanging back there, I'm going to give you kind of a close up of it. You can see what is going on the wall. So let me know where you're watching from. Let me know how your day is going. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat comments. I'll look at the chat, as we're going through the stream. All right. I think I'm on here. I'm just going to put some music on in my ear. I love music. Music really inspires me in many different ways. So I'm just making sure. I don't know if the Facebook is connecting. It looks like I have a kind of a wonky internet signal, but we'll see. All right, onward we go. All right, cool. So, um, Empire State Building. I love the Empire State Building. Um, here's kind of a pro tip when we're sketching architecture and buildings. I sometimes think one of the things that overwhelms people from not even wanting to try it is we feel like we have to sketch the entire building. And if you think about sketching the entire Empire State Building, it is overwhelming for sure. And any building you look at. So a pro tip is, focus on a part of the structure, a part of the building you actually like, and just sketch that. Or it could be a window, a door, it doesn't matter. So if you look at the Empire State Building sketch here, I just did the top of it. I didn't even worry about the rest of it. So, sometimes we break our subject down or what we want to sketch. If we break it down into simple shapes, smaller sections, something that grabs your attention, it kind of is a little less overwhelming. So, just a quick intro. Let me look in the chat, say hello, and we'll do a gallery wall tour. Awesome. Hope you're doing great today. Hey, Jen. Jen's in the house. Great to see you. Hope all's well. Hope you're having a great day. I am buffering. I felt like I'd be buffering. Let me know how bad is my buffering. Chip, good to see you. Oh my gosh, hope you are well. Hope you're doing well, Chip. My internet is wonky. Trying to think, what could I turn off? What if I do? Yeah, I'll keep going ahead and see what happens here. I may have to restart the stream as well. I don't know why the internet is wonky tonight. Dang it. Darn technology. Let me see if I can close some things here. So we are at the end of January. This month has flown by so quickly. Can you believe it? 1 month of the year is done already. It's unbelievable. So I am turning off some apps that are open on my computer, and we'll see if we can pick up a little bit more stream unbuffering stuff. Yeah, it is buffering, guys. Jen says it's better. Thumbs up. Sound is in and out. Wow. Let me. Yeah, I see it lagging on my end. This stinks. We might go into a different mode. Let me see. Let me switch to FaceTime cam and see if that's better. So I just switched to FaceTime cam. I don't know, is the lagging any better? I'm sorry for the stream. I don't know what's going on with the tech. I'm gonna keep going forward. If it's horrible and trashy, put in the comments like it's really bad, so I know. And I don't want to waste your time. So let's proceed ahead. And it's good to see everybody. So back behind me, you see my gallery wall, and it's really cool. It's actually it's a sliding whiteboard. So I put the whiteboard on barn door hardware, and it slides. It's actually the door to my closet back there. I am going to switch. I'm going to actually close this tab. That might be better now. Might be better now. I tried to buy a little bit of space. How am I? I'm doing good. I am awesome. Thank you for asking. So great to see you guys. All right, let's switch cameras. All right, cool. All right, so I'm going to do a little quick show and tell here. Hopefully you can hear me. So here we have my gallery wall, and this is what's up here today. If you look at the top row, you can see Rockefeller Center inspired Christmas tree sketch. Let me get closer so you can kind of really see it. Love the sketch. I love the colors on some of these sketches. We have a Brooklyn Bridge inspired sketch, and then next to it we have, this is another Christmas tree inspired by the Bryant Park Christmas tree. I'll get closer, you can kind of see what's going on. The next two are inspired by theaters. So this is the Carter, I think the El Carter Hotel, which is near where the Harry Potter play is. And then we have the Booth Theater there next to it. Manhattan Bridge and the iconic Statue of Liberty, right? I'll get a little closer so you guys can see it better. I'm probably on camera too if I am high. We have Copper Building, Manhattan Bridge as well. This is a fun kind of study piece of the Brooklyn Bridge here. This is the only sketch up here, I believe, that's not in New York City. This is a church in Ohio. And then I love this building. This is the Domino Sugar Factory. There's kind of a color one, and there's a black and white one next to it as well. The Guggenheim Museum, iconic Guggenheim by Frank Lloyd Wright. Little Island, we have a sketch here. And then we have, this is the Atlas statue in Rockefeller Center. So kind of Atlas hanging out there. Sorry, there's a lighthouse that is not in New York City. That's just a lighthouse sketch. We have a bridge in Central Park. This is the skyline with the One World Trade in the background. This is from Domino Park. Here, Brooklyn Bridge. This is down in Brooklyn Bridge Park. And we have the High Line with the Shed building here, part of the Shed. Brooklyn Bridge as well. So just kind of a quick look at the wall and some of the cool sketches I have going there. We'll go back to the desk cam. We can disconnect that. All right, cool. All right, awesome. So I am back on the big screen. Which sketch is my favorite? Jen, that's a really good question. Let's take a look. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Move the mic a little bit. So tonight's show is a little different. Great question. So it's interesting when I sketch and create artwork, there's a little piece of me in all the sketches, right? Kind of little piece of my heart, little piece of my soul, my energy, my time in every sketch. It's sometimes hard to pick a favorite, but my eye is drawn to, I'm going to say two of these. I like two a lot here, if not three. I love the Statue of Liberty up here. I love this one, the Carter Hotel. Let me bring this over. Let's talk about this one. And what's really cool, let's go to the desktop view. So I love this Carter one because this is actually on, it's like a paper, a plastic paper called Yupo, Yupo. And it's really fun and it's hard to sketch on this paper and paint on it because you have to let things dry. And it might not come across on camera, but it has such a cool kind of finish to it. And I love this one because of a few things. One, I just love marquee signs. So whenever I'm in the city, I'm always looking at the signs on the buildings. So I love the marquee. Um, I love kind of the very industrial feel and vibe to this sketch. This is actually from the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child play. This is on top of the building. Harry Potter fans, what is this thing called? Oh my gosh. The Quidditch thing. It's that Quidditch thing. Anyway, I forget what it's called, but it has it on there as well. So yeah, I just like, and I like the perspective. I kind of like the busyness of it. So this is a fun one. So yeah, that's kind of why I like that one. Good questions. Statue of Liberty is always a classic in my heart. I just love what I love about this Statue of Liberty. Let me bring this over. So thank you for the questions. I love questions. Here's what I love about this Statue of Liberty sketch. That Tres Leches cake is hitting me. I think there's a lot of sugar in that, and I shouldn't have had so much sugar so late. I did what I call a cheat code to this sketch. Can you guys tell me? You may have heard me talk about it before. What is kind of different about the Statue of Liberty sketch compared to the views that we always see? Love the marquee. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I love your comments and positivity. So much. So the Statue of Liberty sketch is the back. I sketched it from the back. And I did that because I was honestly afraid to sketch the face of the statue. So I felt like it'd be easier to sketch the back side. And I have to say, I really, really love this sketch. I had a chance to sell it and I didn't. I should have. But again, it goes back to sketching, and every sketch I do there's a little piece of me in it. But I'm learned to let go. Sometimes I'd rather have other people enjoy my artwork because, as you can see, I love it, but it's hanging up there. I'd rather have other people enjoy it and spread kind of the love out there. But anyway, yeah, so this is cool. I'm going to hold it closer so you can see the lines on it. This is done on watercolor paper with a Sharpie. It's so cool. I feel like I captured the scale of this pretty well, and the upturned foot on the back of the statue. I've had the awesome opportunity to be here and see this once, which was amazing, and I would love to go back again. So yeah, those are probably two of my favorites hanging on the wall right now. And I'm always partial to the Rockefeller, the Christmas tree ones also. So hopefully, yeah, that was a great question. Thank you so much for asking. I appreciate it. Cool. All right. Let's do. By the way, just is my lagging better? I think I was lagging because I had my iPhone connected to the live stream, so I turned it off. I think the lagging is much better now. All right, let's do a quick sketch at the top of the Empire State Building. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions or comments. Maybe I'll just keep that there while I sketch. And I need music on. I knew something was off. It's kind of quiet in my ear. All right, so let's zoom in and just kind of chill with me for a few minutes. Do you guys, I'm going to ask this, and I always ask and I haven't done it. Do you feel like a regular scheduled live stream time would be beneficial? I always avoid it because I feel pressure to come on at certain times. Or if I don't do regular times, maybe announcing the day of or something could be better. Actually, I'll put that there. All right, let's sketch this bad boy. We're going to start with the kind of the top here. And you know what? Actually, I'm going to sketch. We're going to sketch it with red. And I just want to capture a vibe of the Empire State Building. So I am not counting windows. I am not measuring anything. Honestly, just going for a feel and enough to identify, or for someone to identify that, yeah, this is this Empire State Building. And I don't think I'm going to fit the entire spire, and that's okay. And that rhymed, actually. The entire spire. Cool, right? So hopefully it is, starting to look Empire State Building-ish. By the way, isn't it so cool that you can add ish to pretty much anything ish? And it leaves it vague, right? Vague, a little indecisive. So I don't know who invented the ish, but it's pretty interesting-ish. It could also be overused. Empire State Building is an amazing example of Art Deco architecture. I'm drawing a blank on the exact years. I believe it was the 1930s it was built. The building I fell in love with ever since King Kong right? The iconic scene of King Kong climbing the Empire State Building. I saw that movie when I was, I don't know, 7 maybe, in the theater. I saw it in the theater when it came out. Right, so we have kind of an Empire State Building ish thing there. Looking forward to seeing your stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes. So yes, I should do like a regular stream time or like an announcement. So I viewership is increasing on YouTube, which is amazing. I would love to get to 1,000. I think I'm at 988, something like that. So slowly growing, which is awesome. And part of it is my fault because I am not consistent when I come on. All right, let's throw some color on here as well. What am I going to go with? Let's just use this is just a basic Bic multicolor pen. We're just going to use that. 1931. Thank you so much. 1931. You know, it amazes me that buildings like this were built without computers. Right? They were designed without computers to help with the layout, the engineering. It's pretty amazing to think about that. I was talking to my students today. We're starting to talk about architecture and nature, and Frank Lloyd Wright was kind of a topic today. And Frank Lloyd Wright designed his incredible buildings without a computer. Although we do see a lot of flaws in the designs now, a lot of some failures, structural failures going on that they weren't able to predict back then. But it's incredible to think about what we did without computers. Well, I say we. I was not. Yeah, I had nothing to do with any of those amazing designs because I'm not that old. Old, but not that old. I didn't. First time I saw a computer, I was actually in high school when we got our first 2 computers in high school, and they were old Apple Macintosh computers. I remember they're really cool, kind of tall rectangular boxes. We had gotten 2 in my architectural. They didn't call it architecture back then. They called it drafting, mechanical drawing. In my mechanical drawing class, we had 2 computers. I'm lying. I also remember computers in math class. We had IBM. Oh my God, what the heck were they called? I can picture them. They were huge. Some kind of IBM computers. I can't remember the name. Yeah, but I remember those. But we're talking like in the 80s. All right, so I've just got some blue going on. I'm just kind of throwing some color. Another thing I hear that holds people back from sketching or even creating artwork in general is I don't have the right tools. I need the right paper. I need the right pens. I need the right paint. And I feel like and I used to do it too. It's kind of an excuse to not get started because you're afraid of messing up. I am just you can use regular pens, right? A pencil. It doesn't matter. This is nothing fancy. So don't feel like you need to wait to have the perfect tool to start making something. If you can scribble, you can sketch. I mean, I am basically kind of scribbling here, right? regular time stream. Yeah, I agree with you. I really should do that 3 times a week, just a regular time. Maybe I'll give it a try. That's my a New Year's strategy. See how it works. A Commodore, yes, I remember the Commodores. Commodore, that was an awesome computer. I think I'm thinking of the TRS 80. TRS 80. That may have been the very first computer I used. But I remember the Commodores, Commodore 64. Do your moods affect your sketching? Are you a planner or spontaneous person? I throw these questions at me. This is awesome. I love to reflect and think about what I do. And I'm sorry, guys. I keep saying I. I really am not good, and I don't like talking about me. So hopefully it's not coming across as like an ego kind of thing. I think I said this once before. I would love to be a talk show host. Why? Because I get to ask all the questions. Because I don't like talking about me. But anyway, these are great questions. So thank you for pushing me here. It helps me to grow as a person. So are you a planner or spontaneous? I'm a dream planner. A dream planner. I write things down on a calendar. I block time out for things. And the sad truth is, I hardly even look at the things I write down on the calendar. So I would love to be a planner. But yeah, I think I'm more spontaneous, to be honest with you, which is not always like conducive to getting things done. So that's a really good question. When it comes to artwork and sketching, I would say the subject I decide to sketch is pretty spontaneous. I don't really pre-plan these shows like what I'm going to sketch. So that is off the cuff. I just go with my gut on that. And I feel like if I don't plan what I'm going to sketch, it just allows me to be more free and creative because I'm creating on the fly and not laying something down that I already pre-planned in my brain. I'm just winging, like tonight, I'm just winging this, guys. And for me, that's creative freedom. I'm buffering again. Oh, this buffering's driving me crazy. I got to work on the buffering. I don't know what's up with my internet stream. This is crazy. Do your moods affect your sketching? 100%. My moods affect my sketching, but it also goes the other way around, where sketching can affect my mood. So sketching, I'm just looking for some other colors here. So sketching can change my state of being. It could change my mindset. It can change my mood. If I'm having a really lousy day, sketching can help change that to a better day. Sketching puts me in a different place. But to your question, yeah, if I am, say I'm kind of having like an angry day, an angry moment, my lines in my sketches will be more like, they'll be jagged. They'll be more like, I'll just sketch here. If I'm having an angry day, I might have sketched, let's do a box. I'll show you. Let's pretend I'm having a sucky day, right? So here, I'm going to sketch a box. So I exaggerated, but if I'm having kind of an angry day, my lines might be kind of like this, really angular and jagged. And I don't know if you saw my face when I was sketching, but even on my face, I had tension. I'm kind of gritting my teeth and throwing down lines like that. compared to if I'm having a really kind of calm, chill day, you know, my lines might be more really just kind of flowy. Softer lines, right? So these are more soft, curvy lines, chill, peaceful. This almost looks like a slice of bread, a loaf of bread, rather. I must be hungry. I'm sketching bread. What kind of bread is this? So yeah, great question. My mood can affect my sketching, but sketching can also affect my mood. And music affects the way I sketch too. So right now I'm listening to some chill Coldplay. So I would sketch more like that versus if I throw on some Metallica, it's going to be more like that. Cool, right? Great questions. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate them so much. I know I appreciate There's a couple people watching, so I appreciate you guys watching. It's always fun. $9:27. I'll probably just be on for like 5 more minutes tonight, and we'll wrap up. Again, I am so sorry about any tech issues and buffering. I DK what's going on. All right, Sharpie, where are you? I haven't used you yet today. Uh-oh. Sharpie, my Sharpie's angry. Angry Sharpie, it doesn't want to work. Come on, Sharpie. No, we lost one. We lost a Sharpie. I am finding Sharpies do not last as long as they used to. Even with the cap off. You should always recap your markers. But in the past, you know, I forgot to put my cap on, but the Sharpies would last. I don't know, they seem to die quickly these days. Even this one's really not working. This is cray cray. Let's grab this Sharpie. Oh my gosh. All right, this one's a little better. What is going on? The moral of the story: you have tech issues, keep going. You have Sharpie issues, keep going. Don't let that stuff stop you. There's always a way to get something done that you want to get done. It's just so easy for us to make excuses to stop or not even start something. I'm definitely guilty of that. I think I'm going to outline this. You know what I want to do? I want to outline it with a Sharpie Creative marker. Where is my red Sharpie Creative marker? Here we go. Boom. I can relate. That is exactly how singing makes me feel. Oh, awesome. Jen, I love that. Singing is powerful. Yeah. I don't know if you're a singer, professional singer, or just sing for fun, but singing definitely can change your state of being. Do you ever get inspired to sketch something when you're sleeping? Um, yeah, I've woken up in the middle of the night to want to sketch stuff. Sometimes I keep a little, either I used to keep this next to my bed. Now I have like a small, like a field note kind of book. Yeah, so I have woken up wanting to sketch stuff. I would say more so when I was really doing architecture 24/7 with my business. I would wake up with ideas in my brain that I wanted to get out, onto paper for projects I was doing. So that definitely did happen. But since I started teaching, this is not a complaint, but since I started teaching 7 years ago, teaching takes up so much time and energy. I don't do as many projects anymore, architectural projects. I think I only did one last year. When I was only in architecture and not teaching, I would do, I don't know, 30, 40 projects, 50 projects a year. This is looking cool. This is fun. Let's break out this cool pen. Hey Sheila, good to see you. Hope all's well. This is a cool fountain pen. It's very compact, portable. I love the size of it. I love the magnetic closure on it. It's kind of fidget toyish, very satisfying. Just to play with this here. Yeah, it's a fun little pen. Unfortunately, I'm drawing a blank on the name of it, but I could always put it in the chat later if anybody's interested. I haven't used it in a while, so let's see if there's any ink in it. Yeah, there is. I think I'll bring, if I go to NYC Saturday, I think I'll bring this pen, my field journal here. We'll definitely do some sketching. And if you guys have any last, questions or thoughts, I'll just spend the last few minutes just answering questions or giving comments or feedback. Yeah, so there we go. Just a kind of a quick Empire State Building sketch. I didn't fit the whole spire on top. Here's a black and white one from 2023. Again, just trying to capture the essence of the building, not the entire structure. And this was fun, throwing down some colors. And despite our tech glitches, I still had fun. It sounds like you're a great cook as well. I love cooking. I learned that from my mother and my grandmother. My grandmother was a great cook. My mother was a great baker. So yeah, and they were, that's my Italian side of the family. So I make a mean bolognese sauce. I just made some, not a few days ago, I think. So I love making bolognese. Man, what else? I love making black beans and rice. I make a really good one. I make chicken francaise. I like making chicken francaise. Man, what else? I make a pretty awesome pot roast. That's definitely in the top there. a really cool, good pot roast and veggies and gravy on it. Yeah. And baking wise, chocolate chip cookies are my thing. Love making them and eating them too, of course. Yeah, so I do love cooking. I don't know if I'll do a Twitch live stream cooking. That is probably not for me. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. You've been singing since you were 8 years old. Oh, that's awesome. What kind of music? What do you like to sing? I teach architecture and CAD. Well, it's called CAD TS. That stands for Creativity and Design Technology Studio. So architecture is one class. I teach architecture 1, architecture 2, and then I teach creativity and design technology studio. So CAD TS is like I almost like to think of it as a product design class where we use apps and software to do 3D modeling and design on the computers. And then we have 3D printers in my classroom. I call it a studio. So we have 3D printers in my studio and a laser engraver as well. So the kids are actually right now starting a new project, which is to design a travel game. But the travel game has to fit inside an Altoids box. So, and they have to design and 3D print at least 3 things for their game. They have to use a laser cutter for some part of their game as well. And everything for the game has to fit inside the Altoid box. So that's a cool project. So, and I just love the whole idea of design thinking. So the whole design thinking process, I could riff on that for hours. We won't talk about it now, but the design thinking process fascinates me and I love it. Cool questions. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna rap. Not like rap, sing. You don't want me to actually rap. That would not be bueno. All right, let me see if there's any last questions on there. Thank you, guys. This was a little bit of a different stream tonight. I know we had some tech issues, but it was fun to show you the gallery wall behind me. So that was kind of cool. If you're watching live, I appreciate that. If you're watching the replay, you're awesome too. Also, if anybody ever feels like they see a sketch on one of my live streams and you're interested in maybe buying it, all these sketches are available. Just give me a shout out or send me a DM either on my Facebook page or Instagram. And I definitely would message you back. And they're affordable. I mean, and I'd rather have these sketches be a part of your house and your life because as much as I love them, I want to spread positive vibes out there and through my artwork. Hopefully that's cool. I know I talk a lot. Adele Carpenter's Christina Aguilera, Andrew Lloyd Webber songs. I had singing lessons when I was 8. That's amazing. That's so cool. Have you ever performed anywhere? That's so cool. Have a great night, Jason and everybody. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out in this stream. One of these days, you'll be a really busy mod, and you'll get to squash people in the chat. You get to silence their stupid comments. We'll get there one day. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you again for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great, great Friday, and we'll see what happens over the weekend. I will pop on, and I will try to come up with a schedule that I can stick to. Until we meet again, sketch boldly, live creatively, and inspire endlessly.